Hi, I'm Monica Edwards, innkeeper owner here at Morehead Manor Bed and Breakfast in Durham, North Carolina. I'm also the president of the African American Association of Innkeepers International. As an innkeeper, I consider myself an ambassador to the area. As the president of the African American Association of Innkeepers International, I am tasked with bringing public awareness to African American owned inns across the United States. My first overseas cultural experience was a visit to Europe in 1976 with my parents. We actually went to visit other family members who were stationed in Budigen, Germany. And my visits there were very impactful because I got to go to the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam, along with visiting Dachau, a concentration camp. Along the way, we stayed in hostels, hotels, and things like that. It was very impactful because some of the places that we visited, such as Salzburg, Austria, and places like that, were places that I had studied in school. As a young girl, reading the diary of Anne Frank was very impactful to me. So to be able to go there and to see where Anne Frank and her family were held up for the time period that they were there was very interesting. And then to go and see Nazi Germany, things that were done during World War II, were very interesting. Both of my parents were educators, and every year we took an annual vacation. So my introduction to cultural travel was actually through annual vacations, because as my parents planned annual vacations, they would map out routes to and from. And back in the 60s and 70s, as an African American traveling in the South, most travel was done by car. So as we mapped out our plans to travel, we picked out cultural spots along the way. So we learned a lot. Whenever we would go to a destination, so maybe like Philadelphia or for Constitution Hall or even an amusement park, as part of that annual vacation, we were definitely tasked with visiting cultural sites along the way. I think Durham has a unique cultural and heritage community here. We have lots of historic sites in the area. We have Bennett Place, which was where the surrender of the Confederate Army took place to end the Civil War. We have Black Wall Street. We have several cultural festivals that take place annually here to celebrate all different cultures, from Native Americans, African Americans, non-African Americans. We have Bennett Place. I've already spoken about that, but we also have Stagville Plantation, which is one of the largest plantations that was in North Carolina. We also have the historic Duke home site, which is where the birth of tobacco took place, which is why Durham is on the map as of today. I think there are several ways that overtourism can be combated. Part of it is forming partnerships between stakeholders, which include venues, organizations, major event planners and things, people such as that in the area, working with their local tourism and development agencies to spread out these events across the year and to help them manage the flow of tourists that are coming to the area. So when they're, like here in Durham, for instance, there are several annual festivals. Instead of having everybody come during all the festivals taking place at one time, if they are planned out so that there will be spaces where people would be coming over the course of the year and not just peak season. I think what the greater travel industry can do for independent innkeepers like myself is to make the public aware that we are in existence. There's been a recent movement in the US to shop local. And one of the things, if you stay at a local bed and breakfast, which is an independently owned property, you're giving back to the community. I don't think that you will get the same service, nor will you get the same instruction as far as what things are available. Innkeeper like myself, we know about all the things that are to do in the area. We can direct you based on your likes, dislikes, and things like that, or even your interests. So stay with an innkeeper, like myself at Morehead Manor Bed and Breakfast, and we'll give you an experience that you won't ever forget.